starting a new world with no plan? I've been there. Ended in chaos every time. Today, to prevent the eventual chest monster, we build with intent. If you've ever wanted to actually stick to a vision, this is the series. Help us keep it going by dropping a like. Our goal is 175. I must say, I love getting chores done in Minecraft, especially when it comes to farming. Especially with shaders on, it's such a good feeling seeing the wheat grow up all around us. As well as you can tell that we flattened out our sugar cane, along with we've done the same to our tree felling area, where slowly but surely our dirt is fading into grass, meaning that we'll be building in this area quite soon, if not even in the episode. However, before we get to doing that, it is quite essential that we get some progress done in the world, as although we do have a couple of cool looking bits and ends like the flowers that we have here, we do not have anything in terms of enchantments on our diamond tools. I kind of have a cool looking idea of making a gazebo for an enchanting tower behind us here. However, as we all know, sometimes you have to get to material collection before you can get to building. It is about 45 minutes later, and as you can see, we have some significant progress done in the kingdom, although you'll notice that our wheat field is still not quite ready for harvest. It is definitely funky seeing the village partially flattened out. However, the unfortunate thing is that we are only a third of the way in terms of how many bookshelves we need for a full enchanting setup. So I say, let's get back to work and make this kingdom look incredibly beautiful. I'm honestly really happy with how this build came out. As you can see, it's really nothing special, but at the same time, it's the extra bit of life that this area really needed. As we head up to our new gazebo, you'll see that we have 4 chains that have poppies on each one of them, along with a lectern where we can step in front of it and place down our first ever book and quill of the world. Of course, as I start to record, it starts to rain, but you'll notice for our structure here that we ended up going with a ton of different sandstone blocks. We have some cut sandstone and then some sandstone walls and then a ton of different smooth and normal sandstone slabs up on the roof line. But you'll notice that, of course, although we have more books in hands, we definitely do not have an enchanting setup yet. We only have 8 bookshelves so far, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to fully get enchanted in the episode. And of course, I do want to show you the contents of our first book that we have in the Kingdom of Zara, where, as you'll see on on the 5th of May, 2025, we are bringing back the comment of the day, which I'm honestly very excited about doing. If you'd ever like to have a question featured in one of our videos, consider leaving one in the comments below. But our first comment comes in from a good friend of mine and an incredible Minecraft creator, so I say, why don't we hop into it? Our first comment of the day comes in from a good buddy of mine named Flam, who also happens to be a Minecraft content creator. And he asks, what is your favorite Minecraft update? Do you like or dislike the new updates? And do you feel like the new updates fail to truly fit into the vanilla game experience, or do they fit pretty well in your opinion? And I think that this is an absolutely wonderful question, and if you'd ever like to get more in-depth comment of the day responses, feel free to take a look at the second channel. That's where we do a lot of podcast related comment of the day videos. And for me personally, my favorite update that I ever ended up playing in, and I think that this may be a factor of nostalgia as well, is when I started playing Minecraft and really got into it, it was when the jungle biome was added to the game. It had been a couple of years since I had played Minecraft, and going into this update, I just instantly felt like there was so much life within the world with the jungle biome in itself, and I was so excited to make a treetop jungle kingdom. And there were parrots all around in all these different colors, and bamboo and horses were also added to the game. And I remember this feeling of, wow, Minecraft is really this world in itself that reminds me of real life, but is also this other universe that I get to escape in. And so, for me personally, as a builder at heart, and as someone that loves all of the new block additions to the game, I really, generally speaking, do like the new Minecraft updates. I would say that the big thing for me in particular is the addition of the new mobs within the years. And I think that for the younger generations, I think it's really wonderful, and it definitely applies to the younger audience. But for those of us that are more mature players of Minecraft and have been playing for a very long time, it kind of breaks up that vanilla aspect and feel to it. And at this point in time, when it comes to Minecraft, I don't really have any problem with the extra lore or the extra fantasy or mythological elements that Minecraft has added to the game with the mobs. But at the same time, I am concerned that if Minecraft is to last another 15 years, if we were to eventually look back at the game and see where it came from, I think that some players may be dissuaded because the game will have become too fabricated with kind of fantasy elements, which takes away from the human-like sandboxed nature of Minecraft. And so that is a concern for me in the future. But generally speaking, I really do love the new Minecraft updates, and I haven't experienced the newest Minecraft update. I haven't updated yet, but at the same time, I do think that it may be one of my favorite updates. You'll see that we are in the desert, and I'm very excited to use the cactus flower, and I think that any real block additions to the game that can add to your creativity as a Minecraft player is a total win. So I'm very happy that we're having these smaller updates where we get things that really do genuinely impact different aspects of the community at different times. And so as a Minecraft player, I'm happy with that. But definitely my favorite Minecraft update of all time was the jungle update. And such a wonderful comment of the day. Once again, I'd love to answer more of yours, so please do consider leaving a comment in the comments below. We're back with even more progress done here at the Kingdom of Zara. And if I'm being honest, I really wish that I ended up doing comment of the day bits even more. I personally really enjoy being introspective, and the funny thing is that although you always ask for questions to be asked, at least for me, no one ever asks any. So I guess that we'll have to see what happens for this episode. But anyways, you'll see that we've done some terraforming work behind me, although we definitely still have more work to do in order to make all of the flattened area here into dirt. And then, as you'll notice over here, we've also completely devastated the area, meaning that honestly, there's been a whole ton of destruction in the episode, and I really was not planning on it. But as we talked about last episode, you'll notice that we've really been expanding on our grass here. And so you can see that pretty much everything is flattened in, and you'll notice that I'm also experimenting with different types of desert terrain. You can definitely see from the lushness that we have in the builds that I've made around me that I love building in a lush sort of accent, but at the end of the day, I'm worried that if I do that all over the place, then eventually this place will no longer really look like a desert. So I do think that we'll experiment with placing our build in this area here, which by the way is going to be a smeltery so that we can smelt all of the items in our game. I am running out of time on being able to make an enchanting setup, but we now have dripstone so we can make a lava farm in this area. So I say enough destruction, it's time to get to building, and I bet that I can put this build into the world faster than you can say Gling AI. I want you to imagine playing Minecraft and making money while doing it. Speaking from experience, it's totally possible, and once I invested in Gling AI, it made the process so much faster. This automated software instantly removes all of the silences and bad takes from all of my recordings, which allows for me to focus on the more important things like playing Minecraft, and I get to make money from it as well. If that sounds like something you're in for, consider taking a look at the first link in the description, and using that link, you'll save 10% on your purchase. And just like that, we have a brand new build in the Kingdom of Zara, which definitely fits the theme, and it's really cool looking as well. I like our use of walls and iron bars along with the barrels as well. As you can see, we've extended our pathway design leading towards the new build. And then, besides the mangrove trees that we have popping up, you can see that I definitely went for a more sparse sort of terraforming design over in this area, where we only have some grass and some flowers and some dead bushes, along with some cacti spread throughout the area as well. But by far, the thing that I love the most about our new smeltery and enchanting building is the arches and the depth that we have for the front face of the build. You'll notice that we have 3 layers of stair archways that lead into the center of the build, and it's really nicely accented with all of the spruce that leads some extra contrast into the depth too. And we also have a little pen area where eventually we'll put our first pet of the kingdom. However, this build is not only about aesthetics, as we can head inside and head down this way here, where we'll be met with the infrastructure of a smelting farm with lava over here, and then you'll also notice that we fully finished our enchanting setup. It definitely took a long time to get all of the bookshelves that we needed in order to make the setup, but the good news is that we have a couple of enchanted diamond tools, including a Fortune 2 diamond pickaxe, meaning that next episode we'll definitely be getting some more diamonds. But you'll notice that we also have some lava dripping down from some dripstone into some cauldrons. And the interior of this area is a pretty simple design with some white terracotta and then some normal terracotta outlining the walls and the floor. But my favorite thing about it is that we ended up getting some of these blue orchids from a wandering trader, which one of my favorite things about isolating ourselves to the desert is that these little items become so much more important. And slowly but surely, over time, we'll be having so many exotic items to put in the world. However, that is where we'll leave today's adventure for building in the kingdom of Zara. If you've enjoyed the episode, consider leaving a like on it, and if you've enjoyed me in particular, consider becoming a channel member. There's plenty more to do, and I'm very excited to see what we can do in our desert kingdom. So, as always, it's just about time that we get back to work.